Everybody's here. Everybody wants to hear about the Odyssey. Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. Today I'm very excited. I have my first book haul of 2026. Just a little book haul, but this is more than I would typically buy in one go at one bookstore. But I went to a lovely little bookshop. Loved it. My husband and I took a trip with our friends to ski. I opted for the alternate activity. We went to Galena, Illinois, which I highly recommend. It's such a cute little town. The jingles are Olive jumping on the table. She's sad because I muted Animal Wonders so I could film this real quick. We were watching the Project for Awesome hosted by Hank and John Green, and the cats are loving the Animal Wonders segment. They watched the entire painting of Mango, painting awesome paintings for Perk. Olive's looking really sad, so I'll hurry it up, finish this clip. We went to Books and Paper in Galena, Illinois. Highly recommend. I loved this bookshop. Their fiction section was so well curated, and then they had what I love, a lot of little very specific sections. They had a section on history. I think they had a section on mushrooms, or at least they had like these mushroom books grouped together. They had a section on writing, which you know I love. I looked at the poetry section, just very well done. The tables out in the front I just kind of ignored. I've started to learn that I like picking up classics or maybe stuff that's been out a while. If I pick up something that's more of a newer release, I'm maybe less likely to like it. Not necessarily, but I'm trying to get better at picking up books that I've heard about that I've been wanting to get to. Without further ado, let's get into it. Both of the cats are here now. They're both very excited. So this is my little stack. I'm gonna go in the order that I picked these up. First, I got so excited. I saw Dostoevsky. This fits in with my goal of reading more Russian lit this year, especially Dostoevsky. I did it. I finally started Notes from Underground. I am loving that. Just absolutely loving it. So I finally acquired White Nights. I may read this when we roll around towards the end of this year in the winter season again, but I'm not planning on reading this one anytime soon. As you can see, it's a nice little short guy. This is the Penguin cloth-bound mini classic. The next one I got, I am so excited about. It is Beyond Time. I think I maybe first heard about this last year, and I thought about buying it when I visited my friend in Georgia. Didn't end up getting it, and now I finally have it. My first Bulgakov. It's The Master and Margarita, the Penguin Deluxe Classics Edition, and it is translated by Paver and Volokonsky, who are, as of right now, my favorite Russian translators, but I haven't tried all that many, so I would like to try some more as well. Deckled edges. I love them. I like how they look, but for a book that I want to annotate, it's so hard to flip through. Why are you doing this to me? I want to write in every single one of my books. Are you team deckled or no? Let me know in the comments. Again, this fits in with my goal of reading more Russian literature. I don't know too much about this beyond what I've seen on Classically Claire. This is her favorite book. If you're interested in more information on this, definitely go check her out. She has a book club called Study Hall on Fable. On Instagram, she's Classically Claire. She also has a Substack, and she has so many resources for not just this book, but other books that I would highly recommend. Next up, we've got something different. I went outside my comfort zone a little bit. This is Carmilla. This is by, I'm going to butcher this name, Joseph Sheridan Lufau. Maybe that's French. I'm thinking it's French. And this edition in particular is edited by Carmen Maria Machado. This is the precursor to Dracula, so think vampires and bats. Look at this gore on the cover. Isn't that gorgeous? We love a good French flap too. I don't know too much about this one beyond it is the precursor to Dracula, and one of my friends in a book club said this is her favorite edition with the notes, and this is specifically why I picked this up. Looking forward to having some more Gothic horror spooky season reads in my collection because I don't have many of those, and last year that's something I really enjoyed. This edition is illustrated as well, so I'm excited to get to this one in the fall. Novelist Vocation by Haruki Murakami. You can see a theme. This fits into my books on writing category. I talked about what I talk about when I talk about running. I don't think that I knew about this one. I think there may be some overlap. It talks about why he decided to become a writer, which I know from the story. He was at a baseball game and it came to him he could write a novel. So I'm looking forward to this one, looking forward to keeping up with my... Hi, Olive! Say hi! You wanna say hi? No? She really wants me to turn Animal Wonders back on. Okay, we'll finish soon. We'll finish soon. Then finally, maybe the one I'm most excited about. I've actually already started this one. You're never gonna guess it. You're never gonna guess what it is. I've been texting my friends, guess what I'm reading. The last book I picked up was The Odyssey by Homer. This is the new Emily Wilson translation. So why did I pick up The Odyssey? Why now? Oh, big stretch. This was the last book I picked up. I was perusing through the poetry section. I read a book of poetry here and there, not a big poetry reader. I saw The Odyssey, I pulled it out, and the cover was so beautiful. I was not expecting to read this. I never expected to return to this book. We read it as mandatory reading in honors 9th grade English. It was just in our English textbook and there were excerpts of it. No idea what translation we read. The focus was definitely very plot heavy, which I'm not a big fan of. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I honestly found it quite boring at that time. Why did I pick this up? It wasn't just that the cover was so pretty. Classically, Claire did a really fun series of videos. She recommended books based on your Chinese zodiac sign, from the least luckiest to the most luckiest sign this year in the year of the horse. I am an ox, and the books, she recommended two. The two books that she recommended for my Chinese zodiac sign were The Tempest by William Shakespeare, which I have already read, as well as The Odyssey. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. I have already read The Tempest. It hasn't something I've thought a lot about in a while, and I've also sort of read extras of The Odyssey, also didn't love that. But a lot of people I know have picked up this edition recently, and I've gotten some really great feedback that they love this edition. Because of that, I saw this on the shelf. I pulled it out, I saw the beautiful cover, and something about it just really spoke to me. I'm also planning on reading Ulysses this year, which is very, very loosely based on the Odyssey. If you didn't know, Ulysses is the Romanized version of the name Odysseus, our main character in this novel. I mean, it's not really a novel, but I'm gonna call it a book, a novel. It's a very long, ancient poem. You've most likely heard of the Odyssey. You've most likely heard of Homer. And when I think about the Odyssey, I don't know about you, but I think about ancient Greece. I think about mythology. I think about all these stories and really plot. And when I learned about the Odyssey in my honors 9th grade English class, that was really the focus. It was on the plots and the myth. If you've been around a while, you know I'm not a huge fan of plot. I read Emily Wilson's introduction. I had stopped reading introductions for books for a while. It can kind of get a little bit overwhelming, and then a lot of the times it will be spoiled. However, since I have already read the Odyssey, and can you really spoil a 3,000-year-old text? It's so prevalent in pop culture. I said, I'm gonna read the introduction. I wanna hear what Emily Wilson has to say about this long form poem and have like sort of guideposts going into this. I was very immediately affected, and what really got me about this piece in the intro is it's a story about a man coming home. It's a homecoming story, and I think in a lot of ways that really speaks to me right now. All the cats are gonna be in the video. I also have the washer and the dryer going, so hopefully you can't hear that. Everybody's here. Everybody wants to hear about the Odyssey. I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Home to a physical place. It's about how he can't go back to the home that was there before. It's also about that he can't go back to the home. He can't go back to the him that he was before. I think in a lot of ways recently I've been seeing a lot of nostalgia, and Emily Wilson mentions the root of the word nostalgia in her intro as well, which was beautifully done. And nostalgia is also about coming home. I think in a lot of ways we can't go back to the selves that we were before, but they are still a part of it. So yes, this ancient Greek text is speaking to me across generations, and I think that's super cool. So this is my little stack of books that I picked up in Galena. I am so happy with these books that I found, these books that found me. I would like to try to buy less books this year. I don't want to have any sort of restriction, but I do want to be cognizant. I bought a lot of books last year for the first time maybe ever, definitely in a long time, because I had been in school, I'd been in law school, and I didn't have as much time to read, so I was acquiring books faster than I could read them. But last year I really delved into the I am free and I have a lot of time mentality. But these books are really special for me. We got them on a very special trip. I'm trying to pick up books from local bookstores while we're on trips so that I have that memory. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to get to all of these books. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts below, and I will see you in the next video.